Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Nerd Herders. My name is Nick.
I'm Rich.
And today we're letting you know what we've been up to.
Yeah.
For the past year we've been up to this. We're in year 2.
Mm-hmm.
It's officially year 2. As it says on the thing.
Maybe.
No, you said it would. It's Wednesday now.
It's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday now.
Tell me, when they're seeing this or when we're recording this?
I don't know. So, what have you been up to?
Not a whole lot. I got one thing to talk about. I saw a movie.
That's it? Wait, what do you mean one thing?
Yeah.
This was a big week for video game releases. You didn't get any of that stuff?
No. I mean, the only thing that big came out was BioShock.
That's not true.
What else came out?
Rise of Iron.
Oh, I don't care about that. I don't play Destiny.
It's big.
I don't play Destiny.
I mean, that's bigger than BioShock. It's bigger than a BioShock remastered collection. It will sell more.
I agree with you there. I don't necessarily know if it's...
No, Destiny has a very big player base. I mean, it's bigger than
BioShock is BioShock. Okay, I didn't know. I did not play any video games. I'm waiting on
Telltale Batman?
No. When all the episodes are out, I'll play.
I know that you didn't play it, but that's a big thing.
I didn't even know it came
Pac-Man
out.
Championship Edition 2?
Did you play that?
This week? No, I didn't play it yet. I'm just saying there were big games that came out this week. I'm sure there's some new app.
No, I only did one thing this weekend. It was see a movie. And I saw the little
Rascals.
hidden secret sequel to the Blair Witch Project.
Oh, yeah.
Blair Witch. Now, have you seen this yet?
No.
Okay. I will try to... I'll be careful about things I say about
Well, for all the viewers, you should
yeah,
as well.
that's true, too. I guess we'll be...
I laughed. I was thinking about all the viewers.
Yeah. The 3 people.
What's up, guys?
So I saw Blair Witch, Adam Wingard's new movie, sequel to Blair Witch Project. I really like it. I like it a lot. It's very... And I've kind of heard this thrown out a little bit too. It's very kind of Force Awakens, where it hits a lot of similar beats that the original one hits, but it also does something kind of new with it and builds on it in a way that, for me, kept it fresh, but also respects the original. There's definitely more jump scares in this one. Because there's nothing in the first one, and having rewatched it recently, I really like it, but very little actually happens wise. But this to me almost felt more like a haunted house. So whereas the first one, it kind of builds tension because nothing keeps, and you keep like waiting for something to maybe happen. Is it gonna, and then it just kind of doesn't. This one is more. You never know where the next thing is going to sort of pop. So it keeps you on a different kind of edge. And I think the ending is awesome. I don't want to, again, get too... But if you are a horror fan or a Blair Witch fan, definitely check it out. It's definitely been a divisive film, though.
Oh, yeah.
Reviews have been very, very mixed. People that I would have assumed like it haven't liked it. People have really liked it. But I feel like I might almost be kind of in the minority on this, and it has not really done that well at the box office.
No, it did quite bad. Did you see Adam Wingard's tweet this weekend?
The one where he's talking about like Sully or whatever, like I should make a boring movie about a guy on a plane or something.
About a boring guy who landed a plane gently in water.
Yeah, I did see those, and
it's pretty disappointing.
Yeah, well, I left the theater because I saw it Thursday night, so I saw it like technically, not midnight, but like the.
Those don't exist
whatever
anymore.
You
Not
call
here,
those now.
Maybe other places.
And there was maybe like 10 people in the theater. And like I left and I texted a buddy of mine who had seen it at the press screening, and I was like, I really like it. I don't know if it's going to do well, though. Not just... I don't think that name means that much anymore, except to people our age or older.
I think they fucked up with this movie.
How so?
I think that there was no reason for this to be a secret sequel. I don't think that got people excited enough. The people who it did excite were going to see it regardless.
Mm-hmm.
And, okay, so we had a horror movie this year that made over 100 million, Conjuring 2.
Yeah.
It would have been way better to promote this movie on Conjuring 2. To get people... I think that the announcement of this movie in the proximity to its release was not enough. There was not enough time for people to become aware of it, for build up to...
Yeah, but I've seen a lot of
I never saw the
previews for
trailer
this.
once in a movie.
Really? I saw
And
it.
I saw Don't Breathe.
I saw it on...
That should have been in... It wasn't on mine.
Oh, okay.
It should
I
have
saw it
been
on
there.
mine.
I never saw a trailer in a theater, and I only saw a TV spot in a bar.
Oh, see,
without
I've seen a
sound.
bunch of TV spots.
I just feel like the Blitz should have started in June or July, whenever Conjuring came, and then I didn't see Lights Out or whatever that movie was called. It should have been all over that. And I think maybe they released it a couple weeks too early.
Okay.
I mean I'm still very
Yeah.
interested in seeing the movie.
Yeah, September release is kind of weird for...
This couldn't have cost much to make. It'll end up at the end of the day, I'm sure, still being profitable, but it was kind of written into the narrative of the year of sequels not doing well. And because it didn't open huge, it opened about 10 million. It made like 9 million, and it was projected to make 20 million. Therefore, that's pretty low, even though it's high probably compared to its budget. But also, Bridget Jones, Baby Mama, whatever the hell it's called, performed poorly this weekend. And the whole narrative of the entire year has been sequels underperforming. And so the trades...
But I think Bridget Jones, too, like, I don't know if, similar to Blair Witch, I don't know if that name resonates...
No way.
...with people anymore. Like,
but you would think it would resonate...
Like, if you had done, like, Blair Witch 10 years ago...
Yeah, it would have done great.
Yeah, because the name Blair Witch still...
It would have done better, and found footage was more popular.
Mm-hmm.
I saw Variety wrote... Somebody on Variety, maybe Owen Gleiberman, wrote like a think piece. Is this the sign that found footage is officially no longer a thing, or should be? And maybe. To me, it just seemed like there just wasn't... I get what you're saying, but maybe it was too late. The TV spots were too late, even if there was a lot of them. But at the end of the day, Adam Wingard, he's still making Death Note.
Yeah, I'm super excited about that.
He's still got his next gig lined up.
Did you ever finish watching that or watching more of that?
Maybe someday. But as we talked about on the movie top story, which was TV this week, there's too much to watch.
Yeah, that's fair.
So
that's all I've been up to.
But overall, you really dug it.
Yeah,
so
I really liked it a lot. And it's funny, like, I tweeted out how much I liked it. And, like, instantly there was some guy on Twitter who was like, you know, what are you talking about? That movie was a piece of shit. How'd you like it? There was no plot, no this. And I'm like, the plot's the same as the first. If this one had no plot, neither did the first one. I don't. But, I mean, it's very, very familiar as far as, like, story-wise goes. But I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing, because I think it takes what worked and adds to it. Good. For me, anyway. I liked it. But what have you been up to?
Yeah, so what have I been up to? Talk about a couple things. I started a new show, Sci-Fi's The Magicians.
Oh, okay.
I watched 2 episodes of it yesterday. I'd heard some surprisingly good things about the show, both from some friends and people writing about it when it aired in the spring. And, you know, Sci-Fi had one of my favorite shows of all time, Battlestar Galactica, and ever since they've done nothing that I felt like watching that wasn't Face Off. But I'd heard the show sounded interesting, but I figured it would be another crummy sci-fi show. A lot of people compared it to basically if in Harry Potter at Hogwarts they really portrayed what a boarding school would be like, where the kids did drugs and had sex and stuff like that. And I was like,
that's interesting.
That's interesting. That's an interesting idea. Like an adult
Mm-hmm.
Harry Potter. Maybe. And then I had heard all that stuff, but I was like, I'll probably never get to it. And then this whole thing came out. Sci-Fi just re-released the entire season on demand and on their app, uncensored.
Oh, right.
And people were like, yeah, I guess because in the show, like, they swear a lot, but on Sci-Fi, when they first aired it, they would just bleep it all out, and that sounded kind of crummy. And I was like, all right, the whole thing's back on demand until the end of the year. I'll check it out. It's pretty good. Yeah. It's definitely 2 episodes in. It's definitely very interesting. It's got a little case of that sci-fi bad acting occasionally, but it is definitely a high-quality show compared to some of their more recent output. I'll definitely keep checking it out as long as my schedule will allow. And there was one other thing that I wanted to talk about, and I have to... Oh, I went to Halloween Horror Nights.
Oh, okay.
So for those who don't know what that is, Universal Studios, both in Orlando and Hollywood, and now Singapore, do a big Halloween event every year, starting in September with like haunted houses and stuff like that. You always go. I usually always go. Last year was the first year I had not been since 2003.
Wow.
For whatever reason. And so yeah, I went the other night. We were able to do...
Did you bring Dana?
No, she would not go. We were able to do... I think there's 8 houses this year. And we did 5 of them plus Bill and Ted plus some rides in a few hours.
Nice.
Yeah. Was out of there at 10. It had started to rain.
Not super busy?
Not super busy. People are always dumb there. Yeah. They always start off at the first house. We went to the back. Yeah. Literally had done 3 houses by 6:40 and it opened at 6:30.
Yeah. Well, it's still also September.
Right. No, yeah, but it was I mean, I know American Horror Story got up to like a 2-hour wait.
Yeah.
Just don't wait in line for that. But yeah, we did every house besides there's a Krampus house, didn't get to that yet.
Okay.
Didn't get to Horror Story and didn't do The Exorcist. Did all the other ones. You're going to go, I don't want to talk too much about it.
Sure.
But what I will say is the houses, only one of them I found to be very bad.
Okay.
And the rest I thought...
Was it a licensed house or a...
No, it's an original property. And then the rest I thought were good.
Okay.
Nothing really stood out as one of the top houses I've been in. None of them were terrible, and I think as these things, it is an event that kind of evolves over the course of its 6 weeks, and something that maybe didn't work too well at the start, 3 weeks in, they kind of work out the kinks.
Yeah, I know there's been years I've gone where like I'll go opening weekend and I'll be like, okay, like everything was fine. There was a couple that I really liked, but like this house was bad or this house was bad. But then by the time I go towards the end of the season and all the characters have their rhythm down and have their timing and have like, oh well, let's try this instead, and have really figured things out and tested it on people. Mm-hmm. Like even houses that were bad are still fun.
Yeah.
And it also depends too where you fall on the line. Like if you kind of in the wrong part and you miss a lot of the scares, and just kind of doesn't make it as impactful.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm looking forward to keep going. If you are intrigued by this at all and you're a fan of these things, some of the properties this year, there's a Halloween 2 house. There's Texas
Chainsaw. You're now on the Halloween 2 house.
It was my favorite of the night.
Cool.
Yes.
I'm excited.
It was the longest house of the night, and it was definitely impressive. Texas Chainsaw Massacre had a house. There's another Walking Dead one.
How's Texas Chainsaw?
It's good.
Cool.
Yeah. Walking Dead, and the other ones that we went in were like more original stuff. So, but some overall cool stuff. The scare zones, I don't know. It looked like the cooler, like the better looking ones. It was still daylight when I went through. Mm. That's never the same. So yeah. So check it out. You're going this weekend, so maybe we can have a better discussion about it on next week's show.
Yeah. And then did you watch all of Atlanta? Did you catch up on that?
Oh shit, yeah. I watched Atlanta. I haven't watched last night's yet. As we're recording this.
Oh no, it is last night's. I didn't see last night's either. What'd you think?
I like it. Yeah, no, it's really good. Really, really entertaining show. You talked about it last week, I think. This is Donald Glover's new show on FX, which was just this morning renewed for a second season.
Yep.
It's really good. I didn't and still don't know exactly what the course of the show will be.
Mm-hmm.
You can kind of imagine what the avenues it would take would be, but I don't know if they'll go that route.
Yeah.
But it's definitely very good. I'm excited to watch more, and I'm excited that it has been renewed, and that's great for Donald Glover. And we could use more shows like this on TV, even though we already have a million great shows. It was good.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Cool. So that's what we've been up to. What have you been up to? Let us know in the comments below. Or you can tweet at us. You can tweet at me at Rich Belson.
I'm at Stonks.
The channel's on Twitter at @OEBeer_official. And you can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/overabeer. We're on Instagram at @over_a_beer. And of course, right here on youtube.com.
Every week.
/overabeer. Every week. Almost every day of that week. You can also check out the Overbeer podcast every Friday on soundcloud.com/overabeer and iTunes. Talk about a lot more random bullshit and fun things. Go ahead and rate us and review us, all that good stuff there. But that'll wrap things up for today. So until next time, drink up.
And butter me up.